The music industry is no stranger to disruption. From vinyl to cassettes, CDs to digital downloads, each era has brought seismic shifts in how we consume music. For over a decade, Spotify reigned supreme, becoming synonymous with music streaming itself. But whispers in the wind hint at a changing tide. Is Spotify's dominance waning? The music streaming giant, once a beacon of innovation, now faces challenges on multiple fronts. User growth has slowed, competition is fiercer than ever, and artists are increasingly vocal about unfair compensation. The landscape is shifting, and the future of music streaming hangs in the balance. One word: competition. The streaming market has become incredibly crowded. Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, and Tidal are all vying for a slice of the pie. These platforms, backed by tech giants with deep pockets, are attracting users with exclusive content, lossless audio quality, and competitive pricing. Spotify, once the disruptor, is now the incumbent facing disruption. But it's not just about market share. Spotify's core business model, relying heavily on advertising and premium subscriptions, is facing scrutiny. The platform's notoriously low royalty rates for artists have sparked widespread criticism and even boycotts. As artists explore alternative revenue streams, Spotify's grip on the music ecosystem weakens. The music industry thrives on innovation, and new players are emerging with fresh approaches to music streaming. Platforms like SoundCloud, Bandcamp, and Audiomack are empowering independent artists by offering greater control over their music and earnings. These platforms prioritize artist-fan connections, fostering a sense of community often lacking in the mainstream streaming world. Moreover, the rise of Web3 technologies and the metaverse is opening up entirely new avenues for music creation, distribution, and monetization. Blockchain-based platforms promise greater transparency and fairer revenue sharing, potentially revolutionizing how artists get paid. The music industry is on the cusp of a paradigm shift, and Spotify's ability to adapt will determine its fate. For years, artists struggled to make a living in the streaming era. Spotify's minuscule royalty rates left many feeling exploited and undervalued. But the tide is turning. Empowered by technology and a growing awareness of their collective power, artists are taking control of their careers. Direct-to-fan platforms like Patreon, Twitch, and OnlyFans allow artists to bypass traditional gatekeepers and connect directly with their most loyal supporters. Through subscriptions, merchandise sales, and virtual tip jars, artists are finding new ways to monetize their craft and build sustainable careers. The power dynamic is shifting, and artists are reclaiming their rightful place at the center of the music ecosystem. Section 5: Music Scandals, P. Diddy's Bombshell. The music industry is no stranger to controversy, and recent scandals have further exposed the flaws in the system. From unfair contracts to hidden fees, the industry has long been criticized for its lack of transparency and fairness. P. Diddy's explosive comments about owning his masters and the paltry royalties artists receive sent shockwaves through the industry. His bold statements highlighted the ongoing struggles many artists face in trying to gain control over their own music and earnings. His words resonated with countless artists who've long felt exploited by record labels and streaming platforms. These platforms often take a significant cut of the revenue, leaving artists with only a fraction of what they deserve. These scandals have ignited a much-needed conversation about ownership, transparency, and fair compensation in the music industry. Artists are now more vocal than ever about their rights and the need for change. Artists are demanding greater control over their work and a fairer share of the profits. They are pushing for reforms that would ensure they are adequately compensated for their creativity and hard work. The days of exploitative contracts and opaque accounting practices are numbered as artists, empowered by technology and a collective voice, fight for a more equitable future. With the rise of social media and digital platforms, artists now have more tools at their disposal to advocate for their rights and connect directly with their fans. Section 6: Show me the money: how artists and platforms profit. Understanding the complex world of music royalties and platform earnings is crucial to comprehending the challenges and opportunities facing the industry. The way money flows in the music business has evolved significantly over the years, and it's important to grasp these changes. Traditionally, artists earned money through a combination of record sales, touring, and merchandise. These revenue streams were more straightforward and allowed artists to have a clearer picture of their earnings. Streaming has upended this model, with platforms like Spotify paying artists fractions of a cent per stream. This shift has made it more challenging for artists to rely solely on their music for income. Platforms, on the other hand, generate revenue through a combination of premium subscriptions and advertising. This dual revenue model allows platforms to thrive financially, even as they pay out minimal amounts to the artists. While streaming has undoubtedly made music more accessible to listeners around the world, the current system often leaves artists struggling to make ends meet, while platforms reap the majority of the profits. This disparity has sparked debates and calls for reform within the industry. Finding a more equitable balance is crucial for the long-term health of the music ecosystem. Ensuring that artists are fairly compensated for their work will help sustain creativity and innovation in the music industry for years to come. Section 7. Beyond streaming, exploring new revenue streams. The music industry is evolving beyond the confines of traditional streaming models. Artists are exploring innovative ways to monetize their music and connect with fans. Live streaming performances, virtual meet and greets, and the sale of exclusive content and experiences are just a few examples of how artists are diversifying their income streams. Furthermore, the metaverse presents a whole new frontier for musical experiences. Virtual concerts, interactive games, and the sale of digital assets like NFTs offer exciting new revenue-generating possibilities. As the lines between the physical and digital worlds blur, the music industry is poised for a period of unprecedented experimentation and innovation. Section 8. The future of music, a collaborative symphony. The future of music is collaborative, a harmonious blend of talents and ideas coming together to create something truly unique and powerful. Artists, platforms, and fans need to work together to create a more sustainable and equitable ecosystem where everyone involved in the music industry can thrive. Platforms must prioritize fair compensation for artists, ensuring that their hard work and creativity are justly rewarded. While artists need to embrace new technologies and revenue models, adapting to the ever-changing landscape of the music industry, fans, in turn, can play their part by supporting artists directly, whether through purchasing merchandise, attending concerts, or engaging on social media. They can also advocate for a fairer music industry, pushing for changes that benefit everyone involved. Imagine a future where artists have greater ownership and control over their work, allowing them to fully realize their creative visions. Where platforms prioritize transparency and fair compensation, making it clear how revenue is distributed and ensuring fairness. And where fans have more ways to directly support the artists they love, fostering a deeper connection between creators and their audience. This is the future of music, a vibrant and inclusive community where everyone has a role to play. A future where creativity flourishes and new ideas are constantly being explored and shared. And everyone benefits from the power of music, coming together to celebrate and enjoy the art form that unites us all. Section 9. Finding harmony, a new era for music. The music industry is at a crossroads. The challenges are real, but so are the opportunities. As Spotify's dominance is challenged, a new era of music is emerging. One defined by artist empowerment, technological innovation, and a renewed focus on fairness and sustainability. The future of music is bright, but it will take a collective effort to ensure that everyone, from artists to fans, can share in its success.